When God created Adam from the dust of the ground, they didn't put my clock up. I don't know how long I've been preaching. He knelt down in the dirt, became a master potter. You've heard me say it. Placed his hands on the clay, formed the image of humanity, named him Adam. With his fingers, he carved out every detail of his life. Called to the four corners of the earth and said, blow into this man. And the Bible said the Spirit of the Lord breathed into Adam and he exhaled and stood up a living soul. Not too long after that, God said, it is not good for man to be alone. So he became the first anesthesiologist and he put Adam to sleep. He became the first plastic surgeon, took a rib from his side and created Eve. He woke him up in the recovery room and he brought Eve into him and said, look what I have created out of your side, out of your flesh. I've said this before. Adam looked at her and said, whoa, man. And that's where we get the name woman. He said, you're a bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. God gave him kingdom identity. He told Adam, you will rule over everything in the earth. Do you understand that God created humanity with kingdom authority and kingdom identity? That when Adam opened his mouth and spoke, he spoke with the authority of God, and things shifted and things moved because he spoke with kingdom authority in a kingdom identity. God would come down in the cool of the day and walk with Adam. I'm trying to hurry. And he would talk with Adam. And they fellowshiped every day until Eve and Adam sinned. And there was a separation between man and God. God shows up one evening and he calls out to Adam, Adam, where are you? It's time for our kingdom relationship. It's time for us to walk. It's time for us to fellowship. And he called Adam, where are you? Adam, where are you? I need you to understand that God knew where Adam was. God was not unaware of his surroundings, his situation, nor his location. What God was saying is, I know where you are, and I'm not needing to identify to you that I know where you are. I need you to identify to me that you need me to come to where you are. Where are you? And Adam finally answered and said, I'm here. Lord, I was hiding. God said, why did you not answer me? Genesis 3 and 10, you can read it for yourself. Adam said, I heard you, but I didn't answer because I was afraid. And I didn't answer because I was naked. And God spoke to him and said, who told you you were naked? There's only one voice. There's only one voice. One king that should be speaking over your life. I didn't tell you you were naked. I told you you were my son. I told you you had dominion. I told you you had authority. I told you that the earth was subject to your voice. I told you that when you speak, I speak through you. So who is it who told you you were naked? Because I'm the only one who should be speaking identity over your life. I've come to ask somebody, who told you you weren't good enough? Who told you you weren't educated enough? Who told you that you were naked? Who told you that you had to be insecure? Who told you you didn't have enough money? Who told you God couldn't use you? Who told you your marriage was busted? Who told you your kids would never get saved? I've come to tell somebody you're not naked today. You're fully clothed in righteousness. You are joined there with Jesus. You're a child of the King, and you are identified by your position in the kingdom of heaven. Who told you you were sick? Who told you you were going to die? You don't have to help me. Who are we allowing to speak into our lives? Now, let me teach for a minute. You say, I just don't know if Jesus understands. Well, Hebrews says that we don't have a high priest who cannot be touched with the feelings of our infirmities. We don't have a Jesus who hasn't gone through what we've gone through, who doesn't know the stress, the anxiety, the dysfunction, and the attacks. We don't have a king who's not touched with the feelings of our infirmities. But in every area of his life, he was tempted just like we are, yet without sin. We can overcome the world, Jesus said, because I have overcome the world. Come on, are you in this room? I started last week and shared a few things with you. Daryl, help me so I can wrap this up in 45 or 50 minutes. Literally. Last week we began to talk about Jesus. There is absolutely zero recorded attacks for 30 years on the Son of God. We see that he was born, Herod was trying to kill everybody, 2 years and under. After that, for 30 years, we don't see an attack at all. All we know is he was born, and then he was lost, and they found him in the temple. At 30 years of age, 3 of the third years before his crucifixion, he shows up at Jordan in the text that we read today. He tells John the Baptist, I need to be baptized. It was the propulsion into his ministry. Not just for the baptism, but the declaration of the Father. Because John said, I can't baptize you. You should be baptizing me. And Jesus said, no, this has to happen today. It's necessary. I need you to baptize me. John baptizes Jesus in the river. He comes out of the water, and in bodily form, the Spirit of God descended on Jesus in the form of a dove. The voice of the Father rang out and said, this is my beloved Son, in whom I'm well pleased. Two things were stated in that moment. Number one, God said, let me give identity in a world culture. Let me give kingdom identity to Jesus. For those of you that didn't know, he's not the son of a carpenter. He is my son. He is royalty, deity, the Savior of the world. Come on, somebody. The sovereign Lord, the King of kings and the Lord of lords. He He declared, this is my son, and he gave him kingdom identity. Second thing he said, and in him I am well pleased. He said, he is my son. I give him kingdom identity. And I want everybody to know I'm pleased with him just the way he is. What he said was, he said, he didn't have to do anything to have my approval. He doesn't have to have anything to have kingdom identity. He's my kid, and I'm pleased with him. I want somebody to know on Sunday morning, I don't know where you were last night or what you might have been doing last night, but the enemy's whispered in your ear saying you're not a child of God. But I came to tell you, he's pleased with you, not because of the things that you do. He is pleased because of who you are. His fingerprints are all over your life. He has intricately carved out your life. He's identified you with kingdom identity, and he's pleased. He may not be pleased with what you do, but he is pleased with who you are. You are a son and a daughter of the Most High God. I will never finish this today. But he said, I'm pleased with you. He hadn't turned any water into wine. He hadn't raised Lazarus from the dead. He hadn't opened up any blinded eyes. Come on, somebody. He hadn't cleansed any lepers. Nothing. But he said, I'm pleased with you. Now get this. God said, this is my son. I give him kingdom identity. I am pleased with him, not because of what he does. I'm pleased with him because of who he is. See, God's not concerned with what you do as much as he is you knowing who you are. Because when you begin to understand who you really are,